Now boarding for Rebuild of Joycast, your weekly destination for anime, manga, and more.
Pencils down, kids. Summer is over. I'm sorry.
My summer vacation is over. How are you doing, Ivan?
I'm doing great. So between episodes, I took some personal time off.
Sweet.
And just, hitting the gym hard, getting healthy again, resting most importantly. Getting a lot of sleep and some good food, and then having some fun too. Me and Steena went climbing with the schmucks.
I saw that. How did that go?
We wore them out.
If they're listening, I love you guys, but they don't seem like the most get out there type a lot, really.
So we were talking because afterwards, like, hey, so next time we hang out, want to go to the arcade? I'm like, yeah, that seems more like everyone's common speed. Steve and I went way too hard, and no, they did a valiant effort, dude. Because Chase is built like a freaking like a college linebacker, all right? Okay,
oh, yeah?
he's a size 15 shoe. The biggest climbing shoes they had available for rent were size 14.
Size 15 shoes? How big's his? No, I'm not gonna say that.
You say he's a big man, big strong man, and but the size 14s. And when you get climbing shoes, you actually usually go a size bigger because climbing shoes are very small.
Peggy Hill shoes.
Yeah, so I'm a little guy, so I'm a size 9, and they're like, you're size 10s, and those fuckers were tight. But they gotta be, man, because you gotta have your grip. Because you gotta be able to bend those shoes.
I haven't been climbing since I was like 12 or something, like rock climbing or anything like that.
It was rock climbing and bouldering. So I ironically, I don't like the climbing. I don't like belay climbing, because I'm a little baby who hates heights.
Oh, don't. I was literally about to say, I unashamedly, cried when I was 12 doing the climb. I looked down and went, yeah, I want to get down.
I am terrified. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm a grown 30-year-old man, and I basically, when I got on there, because we had to do a tutorial, because if you go to a gym for the first time, they're like, you got to go through our process, and then we can let you free. And so me, I was like, all right, got to rip the Band-Aid now. I'm climbing to the top the first time, or I'm not at all. And so guess what's the first wall they bring us to? It's the one that goes upside down for the tutorial. Well, they don't expect you to go all the way up. They're like, all right, we want you just to demonstrate that you can put the belay on and you can climb up to the sign and then you can come back down. I'm like, no, I gotta go all the way. So I went all the way. I went up, I went upside down, I went back up again, all the way to the fucking ceiling. And then never again. I prefer bouldering. So bouldering, I say I'm such a baby because I'm afraid of the heights and falling.
I was about to say, what is the difference between bouldering and climbing?
So climbing, you're on a tether. You're on a belay. You're on a rope.
Yeah.
And
so bouldering is just free?
Bouldering is free. You have no harness. You have no tether. So when you fall,
why would you prefer that? Why would you prefer that?
And I prefer that because the walls are shorter. because they are a non-terminal altitude.
Okay.
And that's enough for me to calm down. Also, it's not soft. I mean, the ground is soft. It's not a trampoline, but basically it's a non-terminal height, and it's a soft landing if you fall back. The worst thing that's gonna happen, as long as you fall with proper form, the worst that's gonna happen is you're gonna get the wind knocked out of you. And I would rather do that than be freaking 50 to 100 feet in the fucking air on a belay rope that I just simply do not trust. I give all credit to him. It's like the last time I climbed Val, I was also just a youngin'.
Yeah.
But now they have them where they call auto belays, where it's a machine, which actually just makes me more paranoid. Because what if it fucking breaks? Say. And the thing about the auto belay is, as a little kid who was in my climbing party,
Skynet sabotages your belay because I
had a bunch of little kids in my party. They were badasses. And this kid's like, all right, so you're gonna fall. It's gonna be a microsecond of free fall. You're gonna feel like you're falling to your death, and then it catches you. And I'm like, you motherfucker!
What, a child is saying this to you?
Yeah. No, he was cool though. We had two kids. I think the kid was about 10. He was a little 10-year-old. And then I had this little 5-year-old. She was a badass. She was climbing all the way she went to all the walls.
This little snot-nosed 5-year-old do you like me to hold your hand? You're like, yes.
No, they were cool. They were all little badasses. We were best friends afterwards. We're high-fiving. But yeah, oh my gosh. But yeah, the tether scares me. But bouldering, I love bouldering because it's just fun. Steena, I mean, I should bring Steena on here to talk about this because Steena's the climbing pro. She loves this, and she's made me a believer in this too. I love this, and I can't wait to go back.
I'm glad you had fun, dude. I gotta say, I remember when I was 12, at least, when like I cried, and they were like, okay, you can come down. I'm like, how do I get down? You gotta drop down on the rope, and they were like, and I just like, what is it? Paralleling? What's the
like
word
that.
when you like come down on the rope and everything, you're just like jumping like down and everything.
Yeah,
and
you gotta hop up the foot and everything. The very first time I rappelled, it's rappelling.
Rappel, that's it.
Yep.
Yeah, I rappelled down, and then they were all like, "What the fuck? You just rappelled down the whole thing?" And I'm like, "I wanted to get down as soon as
Okay, so
possible."
I went to the tall wall first. I rappelled down. So again, because the auto belay is so loose. Again, that's what makes me so fucking paranoid. So I pushed off very hard the first time. So I only hit the wall. So I pushed off the wall once. I pushed off the wall, pushed again. And I pushed so far, I almost went back first off the fucking mat onto the fucking concrete.
Oh, this is like an outside
It's
thing.
so loose. It's so loose. No, it's indoors, but it's like it's all concrete, and then beneath the walls is the mats that catch you.
It should all be like, I don't know, green Jello that just like catches you perfectly.
It does kind of feel like Jello, but like in their words, they have the hardest mats in the state.
Huh.
And I would believe them. They weren't that soft, but apparently they do get softer. But I've seen other climbing gyms because I got so addicted. I want to start figuring out the grips and stuff. And I was watching other fucking climbing videos on YouTube. And some of those climbing gyms, those look like freaking gymnast mats. Like those fuckers look hard. And I'm like, oh fuck, that would fucking suck to fall on those. Like they said our mats were hard, but I was actually, because I fell a couple times bouldering and they were perfectly fine.
Well, I'm glad you had a really good time, dude.
It was a lot of fun.
You want to talk about anime I'm not fond of, and I want to get to that.
No, we're not talking about the climbing anime that I know that Onyx is thinking about.
No.
No, okay.
Wait.
So.
Oh wait, that was a thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's Steena's own words. That was a fad anime. It wasn't like a genuine climbing anime.
Okay.
She wants like free solo, which I said, Summit of the Gods is what she wants to watch. I think that's on Netflix. That's a great anime-style fucking animated film about climbing. But even that's not really rock climbing. That's ice climbing. Ice climbing, bouldering, rock climbing, as I learned this weekend, they're all very different things. And they're all very fun and unique. But yeah, let's segue. So what else I did with my free time, Steena and I watched the summer golden child of anime, summer 2022, Lycoris Recoil.
Is that how you pronounce it? I thought it was Lycoris.
It's Lycoris Recoil. They call it Lico or Licor. Basically, in Hideo Kojima's own words, he was trying to look up for a licorice pizza and found this instead. And he quite enjoyed it. So much they paid him to quote him on a light novel for the series.
I thought it was going to be something about werewolves because I misread it when you messaged me and I saw it like 5 in the morning.
I don't know how you interpret that. Again, the 5 in the morning probably explains how you interpret that.
5 in the morning, man. I woke up at 5 in the morning. I saw your message and I was like, fucking Lycan Recoil.
Okay, there you go.
That
Lycan.
sounds
There
cool.
we go. That would make sense.
Yeah,
No,
I read Lycan Recoil and I was like, that sounds
So let's tell
cool.
you what the
And then
hell
I got
this is fucking about.
Yeah.
Lycoris Recoil is about, basically, it explains at the very beginning. It starts off exposition, so I'm not fond of it when it starts. It explains that Japan is the safest country in the world, and they owe their successes. As they're explaining this, they don't explain. They just talk about Japan's safety statistics, and you just see girls in school uniforms, like at odd hours of the day, following dudes in the alleys and fucking shooting them. And it's like, oh. And you realize that it's about this government agency that they hire girls within a certain age bracket, usually teenagers, and they just do government hit jobs for safety. Basically, they're like special ops for Japan. They prevent terrorism before it starts, and they do a pretty shitty job of it, as you will see in the show. But yeah, it's just about a government agency of girls. It's a girls with guns anime. It's a whole subgenre, as Steena explained to me. That girls with guns is a whole stylistic subgenre in anime, And as I brought it to you, you said that, oh, this is just poor man's Gunslinger Girl. And when you brought that up to me, I said, yeah, it's really much like the same fucking thing. So like, Gunslinger Girl is about, so that takes place in Italy, where there are girls who are brainwashed and have cybernetic enhancements, and they have a handler called a brother. And so they also do hit jobs and shit. So you didn't get far enough into it, Val, but if you would watch this even more, oh my god, it begs the question as people read the title, if they're watching this on YouTube, the title of the video is, did Lycoris Recoil... I forget
that you always have the title in mind before we record.
Welcome to the YouTube lifestyle.
Yeah.
Did Lycoris Recoil rip off Gunslinger Girl? Because if you watch this more, you would also enjoy it more because it gets better. But also, it feels like a ripoff. But as I've talked about time and time again about adaptive storytelling, Lycoris Recoil is clearly a unabashed adaptation of Gunslinger Girl. But this is the true power of adaptive storytelling, is improving upon what's problematic about the original. And I still very much enjoy Lycoris Recoil. There's a lot that bugs me about it, which I'll get into it. But I want to get to the YouTube title so people can finally turn this off and move on with their lives.
Wait, I do want to know, what's the problematic part?
So people are calling this the John Wick of anime, which is such a lazy attribution. It's like you just find those popular things. Again, the same reason why I come up with these really baity YouTube titles. The same reason they come up with these very bare minimum allegories and comparisons. This is not the John Wick of anime.
No, that's what I hate. I hate like bare bones, fucking surface level comparisons and shit.
But that's marketing. It's marketing,
yeah,
baby. And these are more successful people than we. But this is not the John Wick of anime. This is the Top Gun Maverick of anime. This is a politically neutered good time. As I just described, they talk about how, like, Japan's the safest country in the world, and it proceeds to show children murdering people to keep people safe. A lot of people with similar views to me are very angry at this anime, because they think, and again, I would tell them the same thing I tell you, keep watching it. They clearly only watched the first episode or even just the beginning. There's a lot of... This anime is about state violence, but refuses to say anything about it. Like Top Gun Maverick, where it's about a fucking Spec Ops plane mission where they're breaking clearly some fucking codes to stop, basically to what's the word? Probable cause terrorism. To stop by probable cause. And there's a lot of problems about that. There's a lot of overreach. There's a lot of too much government military strength involved with no check and balance. And that's also Lycoris Recoil. And Lycoris Recoil, very smartly, very deftly, like Top Gun Maverick puts its hand up and goes, we know this is fucked up, but we're here to have a good time. We're gonna put guns in the hands of cute girls, but not just any kind of guns. Now, so this is what I like about this, and why I think it's very smart, where it is saying something, but again, it's showing, not telling. It's a very show, not tell. Besides that opening exposition, it refuses to explain anything after that point, and that's why I really love this anime. It's all show. It's a very heavily visual series. It's very well animated. Animation is always on fucking point, and I'm surprised because I'm not sure if this is original or if it's based off a light novel. I know there's a light novel spin-off, but I think this thing might be its own thing and it's someone's passion project. Good for them. This is very passionate storytelling, very fun watch. But so the main character of the series is a girl called Chisato, and her whole deal is, and this is why I go back to what I want to commend the show for, and Steena had a great point over Gunslinger Girl. And that's the fact that this main character, Chisato, Gunslinger Girl, I have problems with because the girls in Lycoris Recoil, it's clearly voluntary. They're just doing a job. They're doing a job because they're in it's about the same level of agency that a college student has. Kind of fucked up, but come get your fucking paper. Whereas Gunslinger Girl these are clearly fucking brainwashed, abused, submissive blank slates with handlers that either treat them as objects or befriend them in a manner akin to seducing damaged goods. Like, that's why.
But that's what makes it more interesting.
For you, I assume for me, my eyes glaze over. It feels like fucking Lolita bullshit.
But it's not. But that's the thing. Like, I even watched it. I even watched 8 episodes of this because I knew the instant I brought it up, I was like, no. Instead of Lycoris Recoil, I'm gonna rewatch Gunslinger Girl. I got 8 episodes in, and
okay. I skimmed a few.
That's fair. No, that's completely fair.
Because
I
was
was literally
gonna
go. You told me to watch Lycoris Recoil. I watched 3 episodes. At least watch like 3 episodes of this.
Yeah, me too. I skimmed 3.
Yeah. Which is a good idea because then you get to Rico's episode, which is the example of a character who is actually perfectly happy doing the job that they are doing because they benefit from it.
Yes.
Because Rico's backstory is that they were like paraplegic. They could not move. Their body was just broken, and they spent their entire young life in a hospital with their parents arguing and fighting over the fact that their child cost them so much money, and they probably fucking hate each other, maybe because of the child who cost them so much money. And one day, they wake up on their 11th birthday, and they have a body, and they are just so fucking happy. And it's really heartbreaking because it gets to a point where they have like a kind of special little moment with a hotel staff when they're scoping out a joint that they're going to be hitting someone in. And in the end, they have to kill this specific hotel staffer because it gets in the way of their life. And they just point the gun and they, I'm really sorry, and kill them. And then they wake up, and it doesn't show you them killing them, but it wakes up and it just tells you so much, where after that scene, they wake up and go, I love my life. I love the fact that I have this body. This is great. And it's the different circumstances that each character goes through.
That's not agency. What choice did you fucking have? She didn't even get to choose for that body. Now,
but she's glad she has it.
Yeah,
and if
she's
they
glad
talk to her about it,
still not choice because she only gets to have that body because she has to do that job. The girls in Lycoris Recoil, they're orphans, and they get the option. It goes, want this fucking job? Or you can get fucking adopted and have a normal life, or you can make some fucking bank and then you can go live for yourself. And some choose, some don't. Even within the agency, it's like a fucking college dorm. They're all fucking catty. They all have their frientships and circles.
Yeah,
and they fucking flip their fucking middle fingers at the government. And they go, this shit's bullshit. They have agency is the key difference between Lycoris Recoil and Gunslinger Girl, and I prefer the story with agency.
But that's the thing.
Because I want to get back to Chisato.
I prefer the story where they aren't moeified shooters. I prefer it when the child soldiers aren't like, having like fucking shopping. I think the next episode, because I was like, what is the next episode? I skim through it. They're shopping for panties. All right, I don't care. This is K-On!
I know you're gonna say that's another thing. A lot of people don't care. That's important because
it's
again,
K-On! With assassins, and I don't fucking care about K-On!
It's not K-On!
It is K-On! With assassins.
No, because K-On! is the fucking Seinfeld of fucking anime. It's a show about nothing. K-On! Is we're gonna start a band, but we're gonna do anything but the band.
No, that's what. But it's the same thing as the girls going at. It's girls just want to have fun.
The slice of life elements of Lycoris Recoil inform the action that they jump into in the climax of each episode. This is a story about agency. These girls get to fucking have their own fucking lives, and I want to get back to Chisato, where these are fucking government assassins. Chisato blatantly refuses to work with them. They have the choice if they want to go into independent contract work. And that's what she does. And she chooses to use, again, this gun. It's a gun that
doesn't kill, right?
It's a non-lethal gun. It shoots blunt pistols. It's
rubber
basically,
bullets.
It's a gun that shoots out punches.
It's rubber bullets.
It's rubber bullets, but it's not because so again, the action is so fucking great. There's a scene where she point blank shoots a guy, and she's fucking punching it's like it's stretching through his body, like she's like punching him, like Luffy would punch through a person. It's fucking hysterical, and it's just fucking fun. Lycoris Recoil is just more fucking fun. And again, and the characters have more agency. They get to do what they fucking want and live their lives. It's not fucked up. And again, and they've got more personality as a result. And again, that's why I call it the Top Gun Maverick of anime and not the John Wick. Because John Wick doesn't have a fucking personality.
See, I was taken aback with what's the first girl's name? The one who like goes against the fucking prime directive or whatever.
Yeah, Taniki. So she's our audience stand-in. She develops throughout the series. So she's the one that starts off at the main department.
It seems more like this one girl has fucking freedom. And this one girl has autonomy and does whatever the fuck she wants because she has to.
They all do, but they just want the fucking money. They want the fucking money.
They want the fucking money, and also they are clearly also in everyone else is clearly in the same thing as like a gunslinger girl, except for these two, which it confuses me because is it Tanabe?
It's not just those two. They eventually graduate and they fucking move on.
Yeah, but is it Tanabe?
But
Black-haired girl.
The main character is Taniki?
It's Chiaki and
No, Chisato's the main character.
Oh, is it Chisato? Oh, I thought it was Chiaki.
Tanika or Taniki is the second girl. The
Yeah,
one
I
who
was
starts and basically she gets fucking fired for it. It's
I
basically
thought
like a
she was
fucking
gonna
cop
be the
movie
Maverick.
Where he goes, "You're a fucking loose cannon that can't play by the rules."
Yeah, but then when
We're
she
moving
meets
over here."
Chisato, she's all like, "You aren't doing it by the rules," and it's like, "What the fuck are you talking about doing things by the rules?"
Yeah, exactly. No, so Chisato says she's an independent contractor, and she works at basically her the teacher who taught all these girls, even he fucking quit and said this was bullshit. And her and a bunch of independent contractors work at this cafe. It's a front where they run a cafe. That's where all the slice of life shit happens. And there's some hilarious fucking shit. It. It's fucking funny.
I fucking hate. It's not even funny. They got a lolly hacker.
They do. It's fucking funny.
That's the thing, I don't like it because it's like, it just does the whole ooh, it's that modern ooh, glossy, stylistic, like, you know, fucking shit that most modern Japanese anime does that I'm just really not into.
Yeah, no, it's completely fair, but I would turn that back over at Gunslinger Girl and be like, whoa, why are they all fucking 5 and 10, bro? Like,
yeah, but it never actually, but you could say the same, it never sexualizes them. I literally rewatched the episode.
They don't need an excuse. They don't need a fucking
even when
excuse.
I was young.
You've given them what they wanted already.
Yeah, the same thing with this.
It's already on camera.
They've got things where it's like shots of, what is it? It's the eye catches where it's like they're naked and one's offering a flower and the other one's pointing a gun at them.
This again, fucking hilarious. Again, I'm not saying that this is good, Val. I'm just saying it's fucking entertaining. It's like a fucking K-drama. I like that it plays this K-drama music, like doo-doo-doo, and this serious, and these fucking eye-catch grabs for fucking promos, and then it cuts back, and they're fucking at the cafe, and the cafe's about to get shut down because they're in debt, and they're selling fucking parfaits that look like little shit. And then in the end of the episode, they go into a fight and they shoot some people. It's just a fun time. Again, it's neutered as fuck. I'm not saying it's deep. I'm not saying it's that good. But I'm saying that it had a goal and it executes upon that goal. And it's a fucking crowd pleaser of a fucking good time. But I want to keep adding to my point why I think this is still better than Gunslinger Girl. Not just agency, but the fact that Steena brought up, because again, you're tired of moe-fied. What you're tired of is making anime more accessible to a wider group of people. And we've talked about that. There's a fine line where you try to cast too wide a net, and you isolate more specific people. In this case, you feel isolated by Lycoris Recoil. You don't care for this style. You don't care for this storytelling choice of half slice of life, half full-on balls to the walls action. But Steena made a great point, a demographic that is woefully ignored in anime. Steena says that not just she didn't cite Gunslinger Girl. She said the girls with guns subgenre as a whole has a tendency to rob the girls of their femininity and individuality outside of marketing. And that's what she really appreciates about Lycoris Recoil, is that Chisato is a very well-rounded character. You say she's cute, she's all cutesy, but she's allowed to be fucking badass and fucking messy and a piece of shit and fucking just.
Were you about to call her an incel?
Not incel, insolent.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, what,
because again, she's a fucking brat, and she doesn't give a fuck what the government says, and what she doesn't give a fuck is she doesn't kill. She's very adamant about a non-lethal mission, and she likes to take up escort missions and bodyguard missions, and when she's gotta fucking pull out the gun, she pulls out the blunt one and beats the crap out of guys. And then when the fight's over and the job's done, she picks up the fucking bad guys and starts bandaging up and goes,
perfect. There's gotta be a give or take for me. I need a give or take.
And she goes, GG, motherfucker, GG.
I need
Pats
a give and take,
goes,
I
good
guess.
Game, fuckers.
Like, I want to know why are they using it's like it's Evangelion where
they explain if you keep watching, you see why. And I'm not gonna spoil that shit. And it's funny because if you go farther, it starts to really feel like Gunslinger Girl.
I'm a fucking contrarian, hunched over ape who fucking sniffs it for a minute, and then I go, and then I fucking dive into the trees and watch my fucking 2005
that's usually me in most circumstances.
anime.
That's why this is fun. It's my turn. I get to Attack and Titan you now. Wait. Have you seen that meme going around where it's like the average gray morality enjoyer versus hoping humanity enjoyer? Exactly. And Chisato's hoping humanity.
I like hoping humanity. I just want there to be a genuine struggle to get there.
Right? And this girl goes through the shit because, again, the government's on her fucking back. Everyone fucking hates her. and basically, she's under a lot of pressure because, again, this is shit I'm not going to spoil because there's lots of fun little twists and turns. But there are people who are very highly monetarily invested in Chisato being a fucking killer. And they're like, you're not doing what we fucking invested in you to do.
Why do they give a shit about her? They got a whole army of bloody bitches.
No. And they start, and there's a twist where they say, if you're not gonna kill, we're gonna take some things from you. And we're gonna make it fucking hard on you. You want that struggle, Val? Gotta get to fucking episode 8, 9, 10, baby.
But it's not worth
Gotta get there. If you want her morals to be tested, they're there. It's a good fucking series, Val.
If you fucking insist, I will watch.
No,
more.
I'm not forcing
I know you don't. Because you know when I get forced,
but I'm just saying that what you're
pissy.
asking for is there.
When I get forced to do anything, I get pissy and I eat grapes, and then I come on the podcast and I'm belligerent.
Right, but another thing, again, when we talk about adaptive storytelling, this is very adaptive to the girls with gun genre because we talk about how girls with gun genre tends to rob them of their femininity and individuality. You know that run that they all crazy psycho anime girls do, especially ones with a gun in their hands?
Yeah.
They do that hunched over run and their eyes are red and blank.
I don't know about that, but I know the hunched over run.
And they run very fast, and they have that blank
Well, I would
stare.
say, wait, why don't you just watch Ghost in the
red.
fucking Shell?
What's that?
Why don't you just watch Ghost in the Shell?
I did, and now I want to watch
Ghost in the Shell
this.
is fucking amazing. Like,
yes,
what is
but I wanna watch something new.
Makoto is having lesbian three-ways while she's hacking motherfuckers.
Yeah, but no, I want to keep on this point though. Because we're talking about how this subgenre tends to rob individuality and femininity. Lycoris Recoil does not do this except for one instance, and so you know it's a criticism and you know it's adaptive and it's fucking hilarious. So there is a scene where you see Chisato do the hunched over run with the blank stare, running like a fucking animal with a gun. Except it's a flashback from a dude's perspective who is blindfolded and imagining it.
Okay, that's pretty
Who
funny.
imagines that someone as effective as Chisato would act like this. And this is a man who is proven, again, I don't want to spoil things, but this is a man who is proven to be very heavy enjoyer of action films.
Okay.
And he has this perspective on Chisato. He's like, oh, she's that badass, genderless fucking hunched over animal with a fucking gun. And you see that flashback and you realize that's from his perspective. She didn't fucking do that.
So I'm sorry. He was thinking about the newest. I'll tell you what he was thinking about. He was thinking about the newest chapter of My Hero Academia.
Oh, you want to fucking segue now?
I do want to talk about that, but no. I will say this.
No,
about,
I'm out of points.
I just want to say this about Lycoris Recoil. I guarantee the fucking one who's supposed to be like, I'm fine with killing, and is or isn't a maverick, the straight one.
The partner, the straight man, yes.
The straight man, and this one, the straight man is going to have like a turnaround and be like, please, Chisato, those hands weren't. It's going to be a Full Metal Alchemist, like, Edward and Winry moment. Those hands weren't made for killing.
Val, Chisato's incorruptible. She's incorruptible. They test her and she struggles and she goes, no, motherfucker, I stick to my fucking code. Stick to my motherfucking code.
Well, I'm glad you're so passionate about it, but
I love her. Hope and Humanity characters are fucking amazing. And I want to keep that Hope and Humanity point because My Hero Academia fans, you're a bunch of motherfucking hypocrites. And this chapter and your reaction to this week's chapter fucking proves it. Oh, this is fucking hilarious. So
what's going on with the fans?
I just want to summarize my point, guys. Lycoris Recoil, if you want to have a good ass fucking, if you're looking for a summer blockbuster of an anime, look no further. It's fucking fun. And if in terms of the Girls with Guns subgenre, I think it is an improving adaptation on it.
My final argument for why you should watch don't watch it instead. Watch them both and then talk about it in the comments.
I would highly recommend Gunslinger Girl as well.
Gunslinger Girl is super fucking good. It's about the mindset of child soldiers and shit. It's, and I'll say this about Lycoris Recoil. I am not moved by the production. The OST, the animation, it does not move me. It's an A1 Pictures thing, while Gunslinger Girl is a classic Madhouse series, baby.
I know. No, as soon as I turned that on, because I forgot it was Madhouse, and I didn't even look it up. As soon as I turned it on, and I saw that it's not black paper,
the impact.
but it's got the same paper as Late Epo does. And as soon as I saw that and the character models, I go, oh, this is Madhouse, isn't it?
Dude, it's the fucking impacts and shit when people get shot.
And that's I want to make my point clear. I have nothing against fucking Gunslinger Girl.
No, I know you don't.
I think that's also an incredible fucking anime. I'm just saying that Lycoris Recoil is a great gateway drug into this subgenre. And you should watch Lycoris Recoil first, then watch Gunslinger Girl.
When you said it, you said something about being pedo bait or something like that.
I
was under the same impression in 2015 until I actually fucking watched it. And
right,
I was
exactly. Like get deeper into it.
I heard about it and I was like,
yeah, but the same way where you're talking about Moe shit with Lycoris Recoil. Yeah. Moving on.
No,
like,
Moe
on the
is
surface. You gotta get past the
specific.
surface.
There's something specific about Moe. There's like, lolly shit, and then there's Moe. It's gonna be Moe. Like, Lycoris is Moe. Them girls were made for people to draw porn of them. That's what I'm saying. That's the same
anime.
Thing. It probably is, but I'm just saying it's like look at the way that
you are 100%. You are 100% correct.
Yeah, and it's
But now I'll get to subtext and the very harmful fucking dynamics of little girl character handled by a grown man.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
and we can have a 2-hour conversation if you like about fucking feminism and anime.
It's also
and gender dynamics in anime. But you don't want to have that one because Lycoris Recoil doesn't want to have any discussions either. It just wants to have a fun time. And that's what we're doing here.
It's affirming to me that they don't try to sexualize any of the characters in Gunslinger Girl, and it was when I watched it. And it's just the fucking production behind it. When that guy's getting gunned down behind a car or something.
Yeah, it's Madhouse. Of course it's gonna be fucking
I was like, holy fucking shit! Like the car
that's
doors
what I wanted.
off.
That's what I wanted to address to you, Val. Is the fact that if Lycoris Recoil had come out around the same time Gunslinger Girl had.
And wasn't made by A1 Pictures, because A1 Pictures didn't exist.
They didn't exist, but I'm just saying that if something like Lycoris Recoil came out years ago, it 100% would be regarded as a fucking classic.
Isn't the point of Gunslinger Girl that we are sad about the fact that these girls have lost a part of themselves?
What's that?
Well, isn't the entire point of Gunslinger Girls that we're sad they've lost a part of themselves?
Yes.
And so are the trainers, which is why they don't push them anymore on the procedures unless their trainer is a piece of shit like Rico's.
Right.
It's that kind of that's what I'm in for, because it's oh fuck, I want to see them freed of this. That's what's good about it. While in Lycoris Recoil, it's well, they could just walk away from this.
Well, it's just Lycoris Recoil is a character study. Because you're right, they can walk away.
Yeah, so it just means at the end of the day, they are just killers.
No. But there's a twist, and that's what I'm not spoiling. Chisato can't walk away. She can get some distance, which she does. She gets a comfortable distance, but there's more wrinkles to the story, and there's things that she cannot walk away from on both a physical standpoint and a moral standpoint.
I'm sure there is with Chisato.
Chisato has a fucking code that she will not fucking walk away from.
I am simply speaking about the whole organization, as in like the concept, because I know it's just girls because it's fun to just have girls shooting guns.
But again, I would love to tell, but I don't want to spoil it for the audience.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like
Maybe,
they absolutely need to fucking watch because a lot of the fun in Lycoris Recoil depends on the experiencing the twists.
Oh yeah, but then at the end of the
That's a
day,
big part of it.
What I'm saying
That's why
is,
I'm not
if the
gonna
girls
spoil
in Lycoris Recoil can walk away, then it just means that they are simply killers. Except for Chisato, who is obviously perfect for the most part.
She's not perfect.
I'm sure she isn't, but it's like, that is the impression that I've gotten in 3 episodes, and you're not telling me anymore.
Because a lot of people can bring up the argument that Chisato is very fucking irresponsible. As you bring up, why can't you just fucking walk away, bitch? That's not perfect.
Oh no, not her. I'm talking about every girl. Why doesn't any girl just walk away from it? That just
because they want the fucking money. They want the fucking money.
They're just killers. That's it. In Gunslinger Girl, I am sad about the fact that they have been like, you know.
No, but that's the thing. Not all of them are killers though. A lot of them do codes and shit, and they go. The one that gets kicked out, she's the fucking killer. The one that gets kicked out and joins Chisato, that's the motherfucking killer, and she gets kicked because they're like, "Yo, killer, you're doing too much killing." All right. We have a comfortable balance here.
Well, see, that's
and
why
we have procedures, and you are overcoming these procedures to do some more killing. You need to chill the fuck out.
I feel like in the first episode, she should have killed her friend along with the terrorists. Like that would have.
And some people in that story would agree with you. There's a lot of different complex characters.
No, I don't mean like she should have, as in like you should have wanted to.
Everyone has some very unique morals in the story.
I mean that she should have done it for the sake of the story to like move. Because I don't know. Maybe I would buy it more if like the character had a disconnect from who they are and what their organization is, and thus it's like, well, it doesn't matter because I'm just killing another killer. We're all killers. It doesn't matter if we die on the field. But then it's like, no, because you're all like, you know,
it's not
free
about
to do
that,
what you
because
want.
you get into some other people's stories, and Tanaki especially. It's about gratitude. Again, a lot of these girls do it. They don't leave, not because they're forced to. Shato has some reason why she's forced to. A lot of these girls do it because they're like, bro, I'd probably still be an orphanage right now. I'm a fucking loser.
Yeah.
Like, this shit got me an education, got me some skills training. I'm probably better off because of this place.
Yeah, and that's the case with, like, say, Rico and Gunslinger Girl. I wouldn't have a body without this that could move. Or Henrietta, who obviously has, like, the worst fucking baggage ever.
I'm just saying they can walk. I'm just saying that they can physically walk out the end.
Oh yeah,
really
but they
want
don't.
to.
And I'm like, why the fuck don't you?
But some do. Again, some do, and you'll see.
Okay.
But you won't see because you're not gonna watch it.
I will watch if you are this insistent on it. I am.
I'm not
curious.
this insistent in you watching it.
I know you're not. I know. No, you're
it.
insistent that it's good.
I'm not.
I know
even
that.
insisting. I'm not even insisting that it's good. I'm just insisting that it's fun.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm just insisting that it's fun.
Fair enough. But yeah, watch both of those. Honestly, tell us what you think of either of them in the comments.
If you haven't already watched it, because I'm pretty late to this game, I'll be honest.
I mean, I was surprised when it was 2 dubbed episodes, which I already said to you. I watched the first episode, and I was kind of like,
yeah, the dub just. Me and Steena only saw the first episode dubbed. There was no other dubs.
Yeah, I watched the first
sub.
episode.
I will say right now, the sub. This is one of those situations where the sub is just better. The dub is great, but Chisato's Japanese actress is fucking incredible.
My Hero Academia, though.
But yeah, let's move on to My Hero Academia.
They're fucking doing it. The boys coming back, and I fucking hate it. But it's also not even bad. But it's I'm fucking.
We discussed this last week, and we're not having a discussion again.
No, we're not.
Someone had to go.
Back.
What I want to talk about is the discourse for this fucking.
What
chapter.
is explain the discourse to me? Obviously.
One second, I'm trying to find the comment right now.
CPR from
I can't find the
inside.
comment, but basically, to summarize a lot of people's arguments right now, they're questioning why a hero would save a child.
What?
Why would a hero sacrifice their lives to save a child?
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory.
It's kind of the job. It's the job. It's the job.
It's the job.
Basically, their argument is this: why would a firefighter who has more use save a child in the fire? Because it's his fucking job, dipshit. he's a firefighter because he goes and fires and saves people. The hero goes in and saves people. And no, and here's the thing. This is not. They're saying these dumbasses are saying this, but not because they actually believe in this logic. They hate Bakugo, and that's where we catch them on their fucking hypocrisy. Because Deku, their messiah, his entire mantra is about heroes are the ones that save people, and Bakugo is the one who focuses on beating the villain. Their argument is like, they should be focusing on fighting Shigaraki, not reviving Bakugo. Which I go, isn't that what Deku would do?
Yes. No way. I understand that. No, 'cause I had a similar. I had a similar thing where I said, doesn't Edgeshot have like a position that he has obviously been appointed to fill? Like, you know.
Yeah. No, but you know, this is this decision. It's the fact that Shigaraki. Now we go to the narrative level. Shigaraki is the product of heroes not saving a child. Mm-hmm. And this is a very important moment narratively, because Shigaraki in this chapter freaks the fuck out. Why are you? Because Shigaraki is the audience. Why are you saving that child? You should be fighting me. When do heroes save children? You didn't save me. You didn't save me. What the fuck? And he's having a fucking spastic fucking fit over it.
I don't think it was. I mean, wait. Everyone pretended.
Yes, that's exactly what happens.
It is exactly that, but it is more like some fucking piece of shit pissed off that like the building he burned down got fucking fixed or something.
Because he's being fucking childish, like the fucking audience.
I hope. Seriously, I fucking want Shigaraki to die. If Hori doesn't
in a
have
perfect world, he would not
nuts.
be connected to All for One. He would have his own agency, and he would fucking deserve to die because he's pure, utter annihilation incarnate.
That's the only thing.
He has to fucking die. He has to.
Honestly, he has to anyway, but it pisses me off because they've been fucking.
But they're not, because you predicted it. You said Ares gonna revert him back to a child before he committed his fucking crime. They go, well, Your Honor, he's too young to go to fucking max security prison. And All for One's the one that gave him that fucking quirk. That was All for One's doing. All for One controlled him. All for One gave him the quirk. We know that's what's actually gonna happen in the story.
I'm almost expecting All Might to actually lie in front of a fucking grand. They're gonna take him to the fucking Hague, and he's gonna be like, Your Honor, the dead piece of shit that was All for One. It is the one who was controlling him. Shigaraki's gonna be like, fuck you, All Might, I fucking hate you still. Like, I know.
He's not gonna be, because he's gonna be reverted back to a child.
But this is the least I could do.
He would never get to make a single fucking decision. Let's go back to agency.
He's gonna get a hold of his fucking...
Shigaraki is a shitty villain now because he has zero confirmed agency.
We're not even, it's up in the air even. We're not even sure at this point how much is him and isn't him.
No, we know exactly who's what. We know that there is a child trapped in there that sometimes breaks out and fucking bitches and whines.
Yeah.
When he sees that the heroes are saving Bakugo and not him. Where the fuck were you?
It feels like that's the only consistent thing that Hori has done with him as well. Like, he's always been a fucking child.
Yeah, but it was interesting before when we knew that was completely of his own fucking himself, because we knew he was a fucking bum and a piece of shit. He was a fucking psychopath.
He's a gamer. Literally.
He was a gamer. He was a gamer. And now we realize he was just a puppet from All for One. That basically he's just an All for One puppet with a child trapped inside.
That is why Spinner is going to turn on him. He's not a gamer anymore.
Yep, fucking Gamergate 2 about to happen.
We were gamers.
But yeah, no, just utter hilarious fucking hypocrisy. You love to see it. And mind you, when I say this, I want to make sure something clear. Because the last time we clowned on the My Hero audience, we apparently caused a civil war and there's a lot of casualties. So this is all in good fun, My Hero fans.
We got accused of like causing schisms or some shit.
Yeah,
between,
we did.
Like, My Hero,
we completely
Vigilante.
our fucking number fucking 20,000 in the iTunes fucking charts caused a fucking world war. All right, it happens. I'm sorry. I apologize for my complicity in that. But what I'm saying is this is all in due fun, because the only reason why the My Hero audience is acting like this, because they're just kids. Kids say stupid shit, and that's fine. That's your birthright. You're fucking kids. You could say that. You're gonna grow up and realize you're not Dragon Ball fans who are in their mid-30s causing fucking death threats because Goku's voiced by a girl. Okay? There's a clear difference, alright? This is all in good fun. You've made a stupid argument. Someone made a stupid argument and people gathered around it without taking like just another fraction of a second to think about what they just fucking said. Why did the firefighter save that kid? The firefighter's more useful than the kid. Well, the whole firefighter's job, his usefulness is to save the kid. That's the fucking job.
I mean,
it's the job.
Didn't we have this talking
Also,
like Chainsaw Man?
and people are like, well, the heroes are stronger. Nah, that fight, Bakugo was the most effective guy in that fight.
No, he was not.
Yes, he was, because we know that he caused,
punked.
he weakened Shigaraki. Shigaraki's taking damage now. Because he's got his fucking nitrogen all over him, and he's fucking getting hit now.
Wait, is that why he's taking fucking hits?
Well, that's my theory. Like he is taking damage now.
I assumed it was his
my theory
lapse
is that he got some fucking fluid on him now.
I assumed that he had like a lapse or something where like he was no longer
lapse caused by
concentrating on like
Bakugo.
healing
Bakugo
himself.
scares the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Bakugo is proven to be more useful, but I want to draw some attention to the next MVP, fucking Mirko, in this fucking chapter. Fucking triple amputee now, still fucking going hard. Holy fuck, this is a joke now though. Again, limbs in the absence of consequences. This is a fucking joke, and even Horikoshi's in on it now. Because my god, what more can this woman lose? The next leg? Her head? Motherfucker's gonna be a decapitated head. She's fucking Ultimate Wolverine. She can be a decapitated head and still fucking crawling around.
I do have this to say actually, because like the Japanese manga audience can be vitriol, like anyone can be, obviously, but obviously in Japan, it's like it's the home place and everything. Do you? Okay, so you didn't read Bleach, did you?
No.
Okay, well I read Bleach in the final arc because I was like, how the fuck are they gonna end this? And I looked at a bunch of the final arc of Bleach, and I was also friends with the guy who's like a pretty big fucking Bleach head, and I was like looking at shit with him. And a character called Byakuya Kuchiki died at one point, and people went fucking ballistic. They like literally the dude like drew him as like being there, and then suddenly he was like a fucking splatter on the wall, and fan outcry was so big that he decided to bring him back. And I don't quite think this is the case with this, because this thematically all works within the story. Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm sat here being like devil's advocate, like, yeah, but why is Ed Shot? Like, no, I understand why Ed Shot is saving him. I'm just like, isn't this like a massive fucking operation where anyone like leaving their post or like stopping something could breach it? But obviously, whatever. This all works fucking fine, which is why I can't be fucking angry about it. I'm annoyed that it's like, oh, you killed a character and then brought him back. And I want my blood,
we had a discussion last week where a sacrifice had to be made. If you're gonna bring Bakugo back, someone else has to die, which is gonna be a shot. That's narratively why this must happen.
I saw a comment in the previous video, and I'm sure you saw it too, where it was Horikoshi, and it's probably the case with every mangaka, or any person that makes their own characters, they have like more love for the characters than they've actually like imparted onto the viewer.
210% true.
Yes. Absolutely.
That is absolutely the truth. You can never fully understand what's going on in the head of a writer. A writer will write so much that sometimes it's a very common mistake in writing, especially in serialized writing, where you know something in your head that you have forgotten to impart to the audience. And that's especially the case with the criticisms we've talked about in previous episodes of this podcast about My Hero Academia's current pacing, where he is rushing so quickly. He is not deliberating upon his choices, and that is what's happened with Edgeshot. In Horikoshi's head, this Edgeshot being the one to make the sacrifice makes more sense in his head than it does to us. We understand when we dissect it, but there's something more going on that only Horikoshi knows, and God knows if we're gonna find out or not. Because of the pacing of this fucking series.
The only thing
and
that's
that also
fucking
goes
cool.
for Bakugo. The fact that he will adamantly refuse to kill Bakugo because he loves Bakugo so much. But as the character popularity polls show, everyone loves Bakugo.
Except for me, but I also don't hate him because I'm not that petty about like fiction, really.
And again, My Hero Academia has such a young audience. Again, they're gonna be petty, and it's a harmless petty because I don't see death. I'm sure they are. But I haven't seen them. I've never seen that much vitriol. Again, people are like, One Piece fans are fucking awful. I'm like, the Zero fans are like delusional. And that's about it. Like they dunk on themselves just by purely making fucking the most wildest, wildest fucking predictions on a weekly basis and always getting proven wrong and continue
Zoro
to do
fans
so.
wish it wasn't about Luffy.
They do, but again, they
Zoro to be
don't
the main
threaten
character.
people's lives over it.
Oh yeah, no, true.
And there's like this war going on between fucking Zoro and fucking Sanji fans. We already talked about this because of the bounties.
Yeah.
Again, that's the worst I ever fucking see of it. Whereas I go back to Dragon Ball and there's just utter fucking vitriolic sexism and racism that has nothing to do with the story. That
Wait, why racism?
shows. Oh my gosh,
racism
Val.
fit into Dragon Ball Z?
When the leaks, again, this is, it's the same logic. While like Star Wars fans in real life, if the Empire existed in real life, they would support the Empire. Because they're just fucked up individuals. And that goes with fucking Dragon Ball. Their favorite arc is the Frieza arc. But a lot of them are fucking racist.
The Frieza arc is pretty good, but wait, I'm still confused. What? Like in Dragon Ball Z, like 80% of the characters are Japanese, obviously. Or,
No, they're
I mean,
not.
it
A lot of them
used
are
to be.
aliens.
Oh, well, no.
Especially in
it's-
Super. The majority of the characters are now aliens.
I fucking hate, honestly, I think Akira Toriyama's alien designs, except for Frieza and some of the early guys like Ginyu and shit like that, like, they slap. I hate the new I just don't like Akira Toriyama's new style, to be honest. I think
Happens. I mean, I don't think it's his new style. I feel like this is what happens when you're doing a story for
Nah, it's
fucking
like, it's not even
30,
him
40
doing the
fucking
manga.
years. However long Dragon Ball's going now.
I know that he like designs the characters way thinner and stuff like that now, and I'm not really into that. No, they should be like bigger or something. Like fucking-
Yeah, but I just want to round it right back. My Hero Academia audience, you're fine. Stay weird. You're just you're gonna grow up and you're gonna look back and go, wow, that was a really cringe thing I just said. Moving on.
I'm
Because that's
kind
what
of-
we all do in our fucking youth.
True. I am
And
kind
so
of.
we're just having, so when it comes to this argument, we're just having a fucking good laugh at your expense. And and when you get older, you'll know you had it coming, and then you'll move on with your lives.
True. I was the same. Look,
You're not hopeless.
I'm
you're not
embarrassed to
hopeless.
say-
You're gonna grow up.
I was a fucking JoJo fan in 2013 when the
You
anime came out.
My
and
Hero
I was.
Academia, you have every right to be angry. This
Yeah.
shit's fucking stupid.
Yeah, but
This
it's like,
fucking
you know-
story's getting fucking dumb.
I mean, Ivan, you remember meeting me in 2016, where like every other fucking conversation with me was fucking JoJo.
Right.
Yeah, I grew out of it.
Oh,
you know?
Val! I just realized
Oh,
JoJo
yeah, part
fucking
6.
Part 6, Part 2 on Netflix is out right now. Did you watch it?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think they fucking butchered it.
Do
Obviously, this is a joke.
you
but
think they butchered it?
Kira, if I could find the monkey's paw that Kira Buckland hides under her bed, I would fucking destroy it.
Kira, I mean, again, it's like well, you have one wish. You can be the dream character you've always wanted to play, but Netflix has your anime and it just goes to fucking shit.
she fucking took no. Kira does a
I
great.
feel so
Kira does
bad
a fucking
for
great
Kira.
job. No, I
mean, she
feel
don't
bad
she don't
for her.
care.
It's
She's
like,
just happy. She's happy for the
Look,
opportunity.
it's serviceable, but I'm literally like,
That's her fucking bucket list. She don't care.
probably. I mean, it's like it's serviceable, but I'm gonna be honest. After part 5, which was a fucking goat season in terms of quality and animation and everything, I'm just kind of. I'm so fucking ambivalent towards part 6. I just don't.
It was rushed
care.
and it was mishandled.
Plus, to be honest, we've talked about this. We really do need to go on like a full fucking JoJo talk, like part by part, at some point. Honestly.
I mean, when we finally find some dead space, good fucking luck, by the way,
Yeah.
Val. We're heading into a fucking busy fall anime season.
Jesus.
Even shit we don't even there's good shit for franchises we don't even fucking like.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
There's not enough time in the world for anime discussion come October this year.
No.
So
it's-
they're not. But someday
Chainsaw Man.
we'll have some dead space and we will just go part by part with JoJo.
I would love to do that because I have so much to fucking talk about.
And
JoJo.
it needs to happen like when I actually get caught up on fucking part 8, whenever
Plus-
the fuck that's gonna be.
Plus, I'm gonna say this about part 6 as well. I feel like genuinely, like away from the joke about Kira Buckland and her monkey's paw, but I feel like Studio David, I think they're just moving on to greener pastures. To be honest, they have been doing JoJo.
They
for
made
10
their
years
money.
now. It is 10 years now since they fucking
What,
released
they
part
just
1.
announced something. I think they're doing Undead Unlock.
Oh wow, okay. I've heard apparently, by the way, after that first chapter with like
Yeah,
actually,
everyone says it gets better.
everyone
says
says
it gets
it
better.
actually gets super fucking good. And that's why it's actually carried on.
Val, it's finishing up. It's getting anime. I'm gonna watch the anime because I wanna.
No, same.
I hope it's
Undead
better.
I'm not going to be on the fucking podcast weekly with Chainsaw Man.
Who knows? Who fucking knows? I'm
but
gonna wait for it. I want to watch it. I hope it does. I hope that people are right that it got fucking better. I always hope for improvement, man. Always hope for improvement.
No, obviously we both do because as much shit as we talk, it's all
that
because we're
first
like,
chapter
no, we just
turned me
want
the
things to be good.
fuck off. So I mean, if you can fucking rally back after that, fucking good on you.
I mean, who knows? They might even change that in the manga. In the anime? I mean, who knows? But honestly, I feel like Studio David are maybe putting the B team on JoJo to be. I think they're moving on to greener pastures. They were like doing a fucking football anime a few years ago or something, like after Part 5 was done. I wouldn't be surprised they're fucking sick and tired of JoJo, or if JoJo gets moved on to a new studio at some point. I don't know, because I believe if you look at DVD sales, like those DVD sales like drop like continuously with each part of JoJo. Like people get less and less interested. I mean,
that's just the natural. That's the natural cycle of franchises. They go down. Don't let Disney fucking fool you. Franchises decline.
Yeah.
Until they become like nostalgic, and then they decline again. Except not just in marketing, but also quality.
Did you watch She-Hulk or anything? Are you done with Marvel like I am? I think.
Okay, so I'm done with Marvel.
Like I've been done since 2019.
But this is quick because this is not the Marvel podcast. I am watching She-Hulk. I literally just watched She-Hulk right before this podcast.
Yeah.
I think She-Hulk is good lunchtime entertainment. This is, I need to put my work down. I need to eat a fucking sandwich. I need to watch something while I'm eating my sandwich.
But you wouldn't like vehemently defend it or anything like that.
No, I wouldn't vehemently defend anything Marvel these days.
No.
It's fucking diluted as fuck. But in this fucking dilution, I think She-Hulk is one of the more unique and entertaining and just passively fun works they have. And consistent. It's consistent.
You've been very much on
these Marvel Disney Plus series have very strong first episodes, and then they just go complete shit.
You've been very much on the fun lately, aren't you?
What's that?
You've been very much on, like, more interested in having fun lately. I think it's nice.
You
You're
have
relaxing.
to, because when you're fucking writing
man.
shit constantly and in production constantly,
yeah,
you need fun.
That makes sense.
You need to have fun.
That's true. But I'm surprised that so back to My Hero a second. I am surprised that Mirko, for one, is like doing as much fucking damage as she is. I know she's a fucking beast and everything. And is she number 3?
She's number 4. 4
Okay,
or
yeah.
5.
She's number 4, and like she's fucking like proving it here. But we already know this.
Well, she explains herself. She goes, I want to die without regrets. If I feel like I didn't give everything, then I die with regret.
Yeah.
And boy, she's given everything. She's given limbs, man.
How do you think about where this is going to go, where Shigaraki seems to literally be reviving his dead family as, like, I don't know. I'm going to describe it as, like,
Homunculi.
Naruto fucking puppets. There was a thing in Naruto where every enemy that they were fighting was a resurrected character that we'd seen or someone from, like, back in the past.
This has been predicted. Remember, they talked about the quirk singularity, where there would be a time where quirks would become so fucking out of control they would destroy the world. And we're seeing it now, where Shigaraki is literally like becoming a fucking zombie bank.
Jeez.
He's just growing just shit. He's just growing fucking zombies
From
out
a
of
fucking
himself
black
now.
void growing out of his back. It's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. And so yeah, like this was already foreshadowed to us.
It looks like Marakumo's power actually as well.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, not much happened this week in My Hero Academia. I don't got much to say. I just wanted to dunk on the audience because they vehemently put themselves in a position to be dunked on this week, and it was very funny. Harmless fun.
Isn't it nice that we've gotten so good at this? We can just fill up the time without fucking One Piece.
Yeah, because One Piece took a break this week. But
yes, it
did.
But
you know what didn't take its break this week?
Chainsaw Man.
Fujimoto just out to prove everyone wrong, even me.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck you, LeRoy. I heard you saying that Denji wasn't gonna be in here. Well, here's a chapter dedicated to Denji.
Let me take this one. So this chapter starts off with the aftermath of the Chainsaw Man versus Cockroach Devil fight. Everyone's gathered around. A giant blimp soars across the sky. Chainsaw Man is a man-eating devil. And everyone is being interviewed by like the local news station who are giving their opinion on Chainsaw Man, some who are actually for, and more people than you'd actually think considering like the amount of praise he gets, not for him, which is understandable, especially after the display that we got. Then suddenly, amongst the people that are being interviewed, there's Denji, who goes on to try and defend Chainsaw Man, being like, I guarantee you, he did not eat that cat, and he's a super cool dude, I bet. And everyone at my school
And this is his phone number,
him,
hot
and,
chick who wanted his fucking to call him.
Oh, yeah, and he's all, and he's like giving and my number is 34, and it's like, oh, well, chatterbox too much, fuck off, you can't put your phone number on television, no one gives a shit about Denji, but he is okay to like sit on the sidelines, just see everyone chanting his name as he stands there, like, just basking in the praise, even though no one knows it's him. Then, I can't remember his name, but Asa's classmate...
It reminds me of that scene with Spider-Man 3, where he just look at the billboard and Stan Lee comes up and goes, you know what, one man can make a difference. And this is a heartwarming moment where Denji and Fujimoto by proxy just makes it fucking weird, where Denji's like everyone's just, yeah, Chainsaw Man, and you see Denji just looking at him like, yeah, fucking bow,
just,
fucking
like,
bow, you cows,
basking in it. But then,
you fucking pigs.
Asa's classmate and someone that like was briefly in Chainsaw Man Part 1, he has a contract with the Octopus Devil, I believe, just walks up to Denji. He's like, hey, long time no see. Denji does not fucking recognize him, like probably a lot of the readers didn't recognize him. And he's just like, ooh, okay, do you want to come talk to me? Because I need to talk to you, because we worked together when you were going to be assassinated by like 1 million fucking people. You want to come to this cafe with me? Like, I'm broke, my treat, immediately there. Such a Denji fucking attitude. And he goes on to just rake the guy over the coals and take all of his money, because Denji has admittedly become an indulgent kind of piece of shit, actually.
Again, he's the villain. He's the fucking villain of this antagonist.
It's
the antagonist.
It's very Legacy of Kain. It's very Legacy of Kain, actually, I realize, which is an amazing
He's a little
fucking
fucking
series.
brat now, and he just here's the thing though. He deserves to be. He
yeah.
deserves it. He gets it. Just like the readers right now, we're having our cake and eating it too. Everyone's getting what they fucking want in Chainsaw Man Part 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They
and
totally
Denji left our man flabbergasted, like just speechless.
Oh yeah, basically. So they're talking about this stuff, and he's like, okay, what do you want? And he proceeds to order loads. He orders an entire fucking shortcake for himself, and the dude is just like, okay then, now we gotta talk. And it's like, now if you don't tell me what you want or something, it's like, help me out here. He's trying to talk to him about his identity as Chainsaw Man and remaining anonymous because the Bureau, the organization behind everything, does not want Denji to come out publicly with his identity. They would rather Chainsaw Man not even be going around killing people or demons because he's not even getting paid for it. But Denji doesn't give a fuck. He just wants the fame, and he wants hot bitches to give him his number and suck his dick.
He wants
his cake,
and we have part 1 to completely inform us on why that's perfectly okay for Denji.
Yeah. Now this is where I'm confused. I assume I was actually myself flabbergasted a bit because I assumed when Denji ordered the whole cake, he wasn't going to eat the whole fucking thing. I thought because Denji, last time we left him, is a fucking single father now.
We don't know where the
money.
kid is. We don't know where the kid is.
Maybe this is why. No, exactly. We literally do not know where the kid is. And this is why. It's like, I am really interested about the leftover Makima. The child Makima, like starting again and everything. Has something happened with that between part 1 and part 2? I would really, really like to know. Is she no longer with him or anything? That is what I am
sure
super
she
fucking
is.
invested in.
I'm sure nothing special's happening. I'm sure they're just like, fuck. I'm sure she's just fucking trash sister that he picks on.
But that is literally how it ends. Cause once my secret's out, the ladies will be all over me, and the guy just goes on to be like, and just completely silent. And this, I already like this guy a lot. And if this guy's gonna end up being like a weird What was his name? Aki. If he's going to be the new Aki, maybe. Probably not nearly as close.
Never gonna replace my Aki.
It wouldn't surprise me if Denji is actually way less open about trusting people than he used to be. I think Denji might, in his own way, be done, like, believing in people. Also,
I mean, for all we know, this could be a fucking front. We don't know.
All of the pictures in the background, I feel like mean something, because in the center, there is a picture of a single feather inside a birdcage.
Ooh, you're looking into some shit. I did not comb over this chapter in detail, because again, as I revealed last week, or the week before, I read these chapters at work in the bathroom. Because it comes out at 10 a.m. Eastern, and so I literally rush to the bathroom with my phone, and I just get that good chapter, I get that good shit in, and then I get back to work.
I don't know. I'm gonna take a shot in the dark and be like, I don't know, Denji has a fucking empty nest at home. His chick is fucking gone.
Maybe, we'll see.
That's why I'm like, it wouldn't surprise me if Denji actually doesn't really have a purpose. Like, because even the story is about Denji obviously being like, my purpose is whatever the fuck I want it to be, and no one can judge me for that because it's my fucking purpose and what I want to do. But I really think Denji did find something in the leftover Control Devil, like the new Control Devil, and like raising it to be like a more compassionate person and living or something. And if something has happened to that, it wouldn't surprise me that is the reason why Denji has sort of become this, not slovenly, like he's still active in everything. But what was the word I used earlier? It was a good word. That's all I got, basically. I can't remember the word I used. What do you think of this chapter? I feel like not much happened, really. But even so, it's like...
No, lots of shit happened. It's all characterization. It's all character study, baby.
Yeah.
Again, you've demonstrated, as you remarked, you're like, Denji's being a piece of shit. In a very fun, affable way. Because he's demonstrating to the audience that Denji is the antagonist. That he is a threat. The government, Yashida's coming and going, hey, you're gonna cause a problem if you reveal yourself your Chainsaw Man. And Denji goes, try and fucking stop me, bitch. I want fucking girls. I want tits.
I'm gonna eat my fucking cake without cutlery because I don't play by the fucking rules.
Yeah, again, show, don't tell. He's like, well, because if you're not gonna listen to me, I'm gonna take your silverware away. And Denji's like, why do I give a fuck?
I'm
Puts
a
his fucking hands in.
Animal.
Great show, don't tell. The fact that
yeah,
the government cannot control Denji. He is a threat. Are we going to see some? If the government finds out about Yoru and Asa, are we going to be seeing some collusion?
Asa's gonna be a cop. You hate cops.
I know, right? I'm gonna start fucking hating her. No, but that's what we're seeing some outwardly conflict here, where Denji is proving himself to be a fucking menace to society.
Yeah, he always.
But as you can see, society sees him more as controversial. There's love and hatred here.
Mm-hmm.
All understandable.
I think that's about all we got, really.
That's all we got in the tank, baby.
Yeah.
All right. You guys stay fucking frosty. Fucking take care.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, so next week we do the switch off. No Chainsaw Man, but we got One Piece.
Fuck.
Right?
Wait, is there any My Hero Academia next week?
There should be. I didn't hear anything about it.
Here's the thing. Am I enjoying My Hero Academia? Kind of. Yes.
Or are you
no?
held hostage?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we're sort of held hostage, I guess. I mean, we basically made this a semi-job at this point.
I still enjoy it though. Like I said, I think it's stupid right now, but I just think the art's very fucking good. And I think Horikoshi's definitely he's finally fucking delivering upon things he set up back when he was allowed to have reasonable pacing.
Yeah.
But a lot of stuff he's doing right now is still just too fucking fast.
I have a question. Would you be
happy? Not making sense.
Would you be happy if somehow the entire situation got solved without Deku?
Always.
I don't know.
If the series ended and Deku was still in transit, he's like, "Hey guys, I'm finally here," and they're like, "Bro, we already fucking
Bro, it's
saw
cool.
this."
Bro, it's
and
cool.
then it just ends My Hero Academia.
Bakugo died, and then he came back as a total Jesus allegory.
Talk about Messiah complex. This motherfucker rose again on the third
Kachan's
day.
the Jesus allegory? I thought I was the Jesus allegory.
Oh gosh.
Oh, you know. I don't know. I'm almost at that point where I'm
The
sort
audience
of like...
says, fuck the kids. Why'd you save them? I was always about saying fuck the kids and go at the villain first, remember? Except for all those times when I said the exact opposite. And people said I was such a precious role, and they should learn by example, but they don't.
I just want two things. I kind of want to see Deku because I want to know what the fuck he's like, the transit or whatever, or has something happened? Was he just sensing?
I'm excited to see why the fuck it's taking him so long. Something good. There had to be I think Deku's getting a fucking another Stars and Stripes type of fight.
You know what? I was literally about to say, is Deku gonna get like the water equivalent of the Stars and Stripes fight?
Well, not water, because he's in the sky too. But yeah,
Deku's gonna cause a new.
He has sustained flight now.
Deku's gonna cause a new BP oil spill in the ocean.
Hell yeah.
But what I'm actually more interested in, I want to know what the fuck is going on. Ivan, last time we left Toga, she was about to go fucking manic. What the fuck is happening over at that fucking place?
It's been forever. We have dropped that point ages ago.
I know.
What the
That's
fuck?
what dude, that's all I've been thinking about. I mentioned it the other week. I want to know what the fuck is going on with Froppy. And
I'm gonna tell you right now, because they betrayed her characterization, so I don't care anymore.
Probably.
Because they gave her some gray area in the My Villain arc, but now it's clearly unabashedly she's just killing people. She's like, nah, I just want to kill people. I like, bitch, you had a point. And your editor said, nope, too gay, don't do it.
Toga is literally the only one who I could maybe see, like, who, besides
You have a
Shigaraki, but
metaphor.
Shigaraki's gone past
You have
that
a
point.
queer metaphor right now, Horikoshi. Stop that.
It's
By
like.
the way, I've got an appointment with Doron, so make this quick.
No, yeah.
I got some suggestions for that too.
It's just that Toga is the only one at this point who I feel in some way could actually fucking work out or be redeemed. It seems like, honestly, Toga is almost the best handle for someone who's been persecuted by society because it's literally not her fucking fault.
Past tense.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Yeah.
Because she was definitely the most interesting besides Twice. So Twice got out with a gold wings. They killed him off, while the story was still very good on that regard. In terms of how it handled its villains.
Yeah.
He went out like a fucking martyr. Like he died to prove their point, and that was fucking excellent.
Darby was interesting
That
because
was a
the
good
mystery.
death. That was a death with meaning.
Darby was interesting because of what little mystery he had, because we all knew he was going to be a fucking
Well, there was
Todoroki.
so Darby was obvious again, because we talk about deliberation. My heroes' mysteries are always intentionally obvious because it's not about the mystery. It's about, okay, now how are you going to explain this? And the same with Bakugo. We know Bakugo wasn't dead. The question was how they bringing him back.
Yeah.
And we've learned that.
And it's cool.
And it's fucking stupid Horikoshi logic that we fucking love.
Yeah, but it's why I'm pissed off that he's back. But it's like, nah, he
Headshot
did it
turned himself into a heart. Funniest shit I've ever seen.
Also, here's the question: is Bakugo just gonna be like half of his fucking face is blown off?
It's not blown off. Like, we've seen that. It's just bleeding.
Oh, okay. I was under the impression because
Yeah. You think so in those raw scans, but no. He's just beaten and he's bloody and bruised so fucking hard on one end.
I'd be all right if Bakugo was just like I mean, the consequence obviously for coming back to life. It's like
now,
it's a Darth Sidious
am I okay
thing.
with Bakugo having a face scar like Endeavor? Yeah, it's fucking hot, but scars and limbs in the absence of consequences, I don't like that. It used to matter back in Endeavor's day. It used to fucking matter, but now it doesn't. With Mirko, it's laughable now.
I felt like,
and it shouldn't be.
It was the best in the Stain arc, and maybe the hero, and obviously when Deku was initially
Who
breaking
lost a limb in
limbs
the
and
Stain
shit.
arc?
No one lost a limb. It was just the fact that
With scars?
it was just the fact that we were getting characters getting permanent battle damage, and Deku's got scars and shit like that. That was
You
when it
are
was,
correct. He did get scarred from that.
Yeah, same with Tenya, I believe. Tenya's got fucking scars in his face, I think, doesn't he?
He does not.
No, he doesn't. I remember a bit where Tenya fucking throws himself away.
He's basic beautiful bitch.
Yeah. Fuck, I love Tenya. Where the fuck's Tenya? Is he gonna fucking kill
Darby? Hopefully now there's a part to this Darby fight. Hopefully he gets to do something.
I want Tenya to fucking kick Darby's head off.
Right? Fuck it. I need Tenya to do something cool at the end. and I think Horikoshi will. I think Horikoshi is also very much aware of the fact that he's really fucked over Tenya. And he's got to fucking do something.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's been given everyone.
Cross your fingers for a begrudging Stain team up. Cross your fingers, audience.
Look, literally, Horikoshi has been giving everyone their fucking moment. From the big three to a fucking headshot.
I'm not concerned with people getting their moments, because this ever since the fucking Stars and Stripes arc, I mean, fuck, go back to the fucking War arc. it's been nothing but moments. All it is moments. And we see that sometimes, in Edge's case, when you get a moment, and that's all you have is a moment, it's not enough.
True.
And that's the problem.
Well, Sunny,
but yeah,
I guess,
we do need to sign off now. We threatened to sign off like 15 minutes ago.
You gotta go do the pre-showing for the My Hero movie?
Yeah, so at the time of recording, this is the right before the abridged movie, the My Hero Academia Heroes Rising abridged comes out.
Yeah.
So I gotta set up for showtime there. If you haven't watched it yet, and you're listening to this on YouTube, you should watch that too. It's on YouTube right now. Hopefully the algorithm doesn't hide it.
Okay then. So let's get on this fucking train. I mean, you're going to a different stop.
We're always on the train. You can see you're saying let's get on the train.
I thought we were in a station or something. I'm so confused.
We're those two conductors from Pokemon Black and White. Okay?
Which one of us is gonna get fucking
We're
time
Ingo and
warped?
Ringo, whatever the fuck their names are.
Am I the one who gets fucking time warped?
Bye, bitch. My show now.
Only you have one. Bye.
No, I don't want that. I miss you.
Mind the gap as you exit our podcast safely. Rebuild of Joycast is hosted by Ivan LeRoy and Valentine Stokes. LeRoy's written and directed works can be found on the Joyride Entertainment YouTube channel and the soon-to-be-released original web manga, Paramedic. Val's dulcet tones can be heard in many of your favorite anime and web series, such as Ruby, Death Battle, Tribe 9, Lackadaisy Cats, and more. This episode was edited by Steena Carey, with YouTube version edited by Cody Rock. Music provided by Lofi Geek. Intro and outro narration by Steena Carey. Outro music composed by Michael Pejovich. Logo and visuals designed by Ivan LeRoy. Rebuild of Joycast is produced by Joyride Entertainment and Rock Voice Productions LLC, and made possible thanks to Patreon donations from generous listeners like you. This month's highest tiered Patreon producers are Mr. Host, Austin, Gooner Bear, Jelly Donut, and Fluffy Giggles McCool Kid. If you would like your name shouted out at the end of each podcast, an invite to our private Discord to interact with fans, cast and crew, or early access to all of our content, be sure to check out Joyride Entertainment's Patreon. Links provided in the description. Thank you for keeping Joyride's engine burning.